Have you noticed that? As you get older, you find yourself saying no to social invitations more often. This might seem puzzling or even concerning at times, but the truth is, this change in how you connect with others is completely natural, and there are real psychological reasons behind it. In this video, we're exploring 6 fascinating psychological factors that explain why people tend to withdraw socially as they age, and why this evolution is actually a normal part of growing older. Understanding these factors can help you feel more at peace with your feelings, and even boost your confidence as you navigate your social world differently than before. Stay until the end, because you'll discover how these insights not only explain your experience, but could also change how you see yourself in relationships in a positive way. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any videos that support your growth and well-being. Now, let's dive in. Point 1. Energy conservation becomes essential. One of the clearest reasons older adults start withdrawing from social situations more is that energy conservation becomes a natural priority. As we age, our bodies don't bounce back as quickly, and social activities, while enjoyable, can be surprisingly draining. You might notice that after a long visit or a busy social event, you feel physically and emotionally exhausted, more than you used to. This happens because socializing requires emotional energy, mental focus, and sometimes physical stamina, all of which tap into your limited energy reserves. Your body is sending signals that it needs rest and recovery. This shift isn't about being antisocial or unfriendly. It's a biological and psychological adaptation to protect your well-being. Psychologists call this the energy conservation principle, which explains how, as we age, our brain prioritizes activities that offer the most reward and necessity, saving energy by cutting back on less essential interactions. It's your mind and body working together to keep you healthy and balanced. Think about Margaret, a 72-year-old woman who used to attend every community event. Over time, she found she preferred smaller, more intimate gatherings, because large crowds left her feeling drained. She didn't lose her love for people, but became selective about when and where she spent her time. Margaret's story shows how energy conservation can shift social patterns, making it natural to pull back from extensive socializing. Understanding this can help you feel less guilty or confused when you turn down social invitations. It's not a weakness or sign of becoming isolated. It's proof that you're listening to your body and respecting its limits. In fact, by focusing on the quality of your connections rather than the quantity, you can maintain deeper and more fulfilling relationships with those who matter most. To wrap up, prioritizing energy conservation as you age is a key psychological reason why you might withdraw from people more. It's about managing your resources wisely. To maintain your health, happiness, and emotional balance. Accepting this can free you from unnecessary guilt and help you focus on what truly enriches your life. Point 2. Social networks naturally shrink with age. Another major reason why many older people start avoiding others more is that their social networks naturally get smaller. This isn't about losing interest in people, but about the reality of life changes over time. Friends move away, relationships change, and sadly, some people pass away. This reduction in social connections means there are simply fewer people available for regular interaction, which can make social events less frequent and less appealing. Consider Robert, a 75-year-old who once had a large circle of friends. From work and his neighborhood, over the years, Many moved to different areas or passed away, and his social world got smaller. Robert found that instead of attending big gatherings, he preferred quiet afternoons with a few close friends or family members. This change helped him feel more comfortable and emotionally supported. Even though his social life looked smaller from the outside. Psychologists call this social filtering, a natural and healthy process that helps people focus their time and energy on the relationships that matter most. This can lead to deeper, more meaningful connections, even if they happen less often. The brain prioritizes quality over quantity, which often brings greater satisfaction. This narrowing of social circles also reflects an important psychological shift. Older adults tend to seek emotional satisfaction and comfort, rather than novelty or wide social contact. The desire for emotional closeness becomes stronger, making shallow or less supportive interactions less appealing. This focus on emotionally rewarding relationships aligns with something called socioemotional selectivity theory in psychology, which suggests that as people age, their goals shift toward meaningful experiences and relationships. Understanding this helps explain why social withdrawal isn't necessarily a sign of loneliness or depression, but a normal part of aging. It's a way of protecting emotional health by investing in the most rewarding social connections. When seniors understand this, they can appreciate their existing relationships more and feel less pressure to maintain a wide social network at the same time. This natural shrinking can sometimes feel isolating, especially if it happens quickly or unexpectedly. It's important to balance protecting your emotional health, with finding new opportunities to connect through groups, volunteer work, or other activities that match your interests and values. These new connections can bring fresh energy and support to life without overwhelming your energy or emotional resources. By understanding and embracing this natural process, social filtering allows seniors to navigate their social lives with more peace and purpose. It makes room for the relationships that truly nourish the heart and mind, supporting happiness and mental wellness. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment the number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us keep creating quality content to educate and inspire you. Now, let's continue. Point 3. Increased sensitivity to social stress and conflict as we age. Many of us develop heightened sensitivity to social stress and conflicts. This isn't just about personality changes. It's a psychological adaptation shaped by years of experience. Older adults often prioritize peace and emotional wellness, so they're less willing to tolerate negative or draining social situations. This increased sensitivity leads to a natural avoidance of situations where conflict, criticism, or discomfort might arise. This shift in tolerance comes from a desire to preserve emotional energy after decades of life's ups and downs. Most seniors have learned which relationships lift them up and which ones don't. Interactions that create tension, judgment, or misunderstandings become increasingly unwelcome rather than enduring discomfort. For the sake of politeness or social obligation, many older adults choose to step back and protect their emotional health. Think about Dorothy, a 72-year-old woman who once enjoyed lively debates at family gatherings. Over time, she noticed these conversations often led to arguments or hurt feelings. Now, Dorothy chooses to skip these gatherings or keeps her participation brief and focused on positive interactions. This adjustment helps her feel more peaceful and in control of her emotional state, even if it means seeing certain family members less often. Psychological research shows that older adults often prioritize emotional regulation more than younger people. This is partly because the brain's prefrontal cortex, which manages emotions, works differently with age, allowing seniors to better control negative feelings. But it also reflects a practical life wisdom. After many years, protecting one's peace becomes more important than pleasing others or avoiding awkwardness. This increased sensitivity can explain why some seniors might distance themselves from social circles where drama is common or where they feel misunderstood. It's not about disliking people, but about choosing environments that support well-being. When negative interactions pile up, the brain signals the need to step away and recharge. Of course, this can be misunderstood by others as being cold or rude, but it's actually a form of self-care. Seniors know their emotional resources are precious, and they want to use them wisely. Avoiding stressful social situations helps prevent anxiety and even depression, while learning to manage social stress in healthy ways, like setting boundaries or using gentle communication, can help seniors maintain meaningful relationships without sacrificing peace. It's a delicate balance, but a crucial one for lasting happiness. By understanding this natural increase in social sensitivity, family members and friends can offer more compassion and respect for older adults' choices. They can create supportive environments where everyone feels safe and valued, reducing the need for withdrawal. This psychological shift is an important part of aging, showing wisdom and self-respect. It allows seniors to focus on joy and connection instead of stress, helping them thrive emotionally even as their social worlds change. Point 4. Shifting priorities toward deeper, more meaningful relationships. As we age, our priorities naturally shift toward seeking deeper and more meaningful relationships, rather than a wide circle of acquaintances. This evolution often leads seniors to avoid surface-level or casual social interactions that once might have been enjoyable but now feel unsatisfying. The desire to spend time with people who truly understand, support, and uplift us grows stronger, making the effort to engage in less meaningful relationships feel less worthwhile. This focus on quality over quantity reflects a psychological and emotional growth that many seniors experience. Life teaches us the value of genuine connections, and as a result, the energy we put into socializing becomes more carefully chosen. This means fewer social events, but ones that carry more emotional and personal meaning. Consider Michael, a 78-year-old retiree who used to attend multiple social events each week. Eventually, he realized these gatherings often left him feeling empty rather than connected. Now, Michael prefers spending quiet afternoons with a small group of close friends who share his interests and values. This shift has greatly improved his overall happiness and sense of belonging. Psychological research supports this trend, showing that older adults tend to get more satisfaction from emotionally close relationships. This connects to what's called the socioemotional selectivity theory, which suggests that as time feels more limited, people prioritize emotionally rewarding interactions and pull back from less satisfying ones. This focus on meaningful connections also explains why seniors may withdraw from larger social networks or community events that once were central to their lives. It's not about disliking others, but about intentional choices to build a social circle that supports well-being family, and friends can support this by understanding the value seniors place on these meaningful bonds, encouraging quality time with close loved ones rather than pushing for broad social involvement. This honors their natural shift in priorities for mental and emotional health. Deep, supportive relationships are linked to lower risks of depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. So seniors' preference for meaningful connections can be a protective and enriching part of aging at the same time. This doesn't mean seniors are cutting themselves off. They remain open to new meaningful friendships, but are more careful about whom they invest time and emotional energy in. This selective approach is a sign of wisdom and self-understanding. The shift toward prioritizing deeper connections ultimately enhances life satisfaction. It reflects a mature understanding of what truly matters and helps seniors build a supportive, loving social environment. Recognizing this shift allows us all to appreciate the changing social needs of aging loved ones, and to nurture relationships that honor their desire for genuine connection and emotional fulfillment. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment the number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us keep creating quality content to educate and inspire you. Now let's continue. Point 5. Greater self-awareness leads to selective socializing. With age comes deeper self-awareness, and seniors often develop a clear understanding of their own emotional and social needs. This enhanced self-knowledge makes them more selective about whom they spend time with, as they recognize what environments and relationships truly support their well-being, and which ones drain their energy. Unlike younger years, when socializing might have been driven by habit, obligation, or a desire to fit in, older adults are more intentional in choosing interactions that feel authentic and rewarding. This can naturally lead to avoiding people or situations that no longer align with their values or emotional needs. This selective approach is a form of emotional self-care. By setting boundaries and prioritizing their own comfort, seniors protect themselves from unnecessary stress, anxiety, or emotional exhaustion. It's a healthy adaptation that helps maintain mental health and happiness. For example, Patricia, a 72-year-old woman, noticed that certain acquaintances consistently brought negativity or drama into her life. Over time, she gradually distanced herself from these relationships, choosing instead to focus on family and friends who lifted her spirits. This conscious decision has made her daily life more peaceful and fulfilling. Psychologists note that this behavior connects to emotional regulation improvements that happen with aging. Older adults often develop better coping strategies and understand the importance of emotional balance, leading them to avoid conflict or emotionally draining interactions. This doesn't mean seniors are antisocial or unwilling to connect. Rather, they're curating their social circle to include people who align with their current life stage, building a network that supports joy, understanding, and shared values. Furthermore, this selective socializing encourages deeper connections with a smaller group, enhancing feelings of closeness and belonging. It shifts the focus from the number of interactions to their quality, promoting more meaningful and satisfying social experiences. Family and friends should recognize and respect this evolved social wisdom, supporting seniors' choices to limit interactions that don't serve them helps reinforce their independence and emotional well-being. By embracing selective socializing, seniors not only protect their mental health, but also enhance their overall life satisfaction. It reflects a thoughtful, self-respecting approach to relationships, that comes from decades of life experience. Understanding this natural tendency helps us appreciate why seniors might withdraw from large social settings or avoid acquaintances who once were part of their regular circle. It's a sign of growth, resilience, and a desire for peace. In the later chapters of life, encouraging seniors to nurture supportive, positive relationships while honoring their boundaries creates an environment where they can thrive emotionally and socially. Thus, deeper self-awareness and social selectivity ultimately contribute to a richer, more balanced social life that honors the evolving needs and wisdom of seniors. Concluding thoughts: what resonated with you most in today's video? Which of these psychological factors do you recognize in yourself or notice in the seniors around you? Reflecting on these insights can be a powerful step toward understanding the natural changes in social patterns that come with aging. It's important to remember that withdrawing from people more as we get older isn't a sign of weakness or failure. Rather, it's a completely normal, even healthy part of emotional growth and self-care. Recognizing these factors helps us approach ourselves and our loved ones with greater compassion and understanding. If you find yourself stepping back from social situations, know that it might be your mind and heart prioritizing your well-being. Similarly, if you see a senior family member or friend withdrawing, it may be their way of managing energy and emotions thoughtfully. This awareness can inspire us to support seniors in ways that respect their boundaries, while also encouraging meaningful connection. Sometimes, less truly is more, and choosing quality over quantity in relationships can lead to deeper fulfillment and joy. Your social needs might change, but the capacity for rich, rewarding relationships remains strong. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today, and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts matter to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share.